How's it going, Rogues Gallery, and welcome to another Gundam card game video here on Red Zone Rogue. Today is a video that I've been waiting to do ever since this product was announced. We're going to be opening up and reviewing the very first Gundam card game deck build box. This one is for Freedom Ascension. We'll have to see if they do more of these in the future. I kind of hope they do, knowing what I know about this product, but I haven't seen anyone open this up yet. This is my first time opening it up myself, obviously, and I'm really excited to see what is in store here. Before we get started, I want to give a huge shout out to our Gundam card game sponsor, Fantastic Realms. They are absolutely, well, fantastic. Without them, a lot of this content, including this video, would not be possible. So big shout out to them. The link in the description of every single Gundam card game video to their website. Now, without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into our top-down, open this up, discuss and review the very first Gundam card game deck build box. Let's do it. All right, let's finally get to this. Like I said, this is something that I've been very much looking forward to. I think the Gundam card game, and maybe even a lot of the other Bandai trading card games, at least initially, had some trouble with starter decks and starter deck availability. And a lot of those cards became very valuable as they were staples in the game. And this is an attempt to re-release some of those cards for folks to actually build decks out of. So today, we're going to crack into this and see what everything comes inside. Here's the full breakdown of everything, but we are going to, see for it ourselves. I don't think it comes with too much more in terms of deck building than like 2 half decks for each of the individual colors. So I don't think you have a lot of options, right? You just pick 2 colors and kind of smash them together. You're not going to be like, oh, I pick blue and green, and then I have to cut cards. I think it's just you pick blue and green, and then you're good to go. But let's see what happens here. So this is the deck build box. It has like this slip cover, of course. Oh, we got the Shining Gundam. Each of these storage boxes is different. Well, there's 3 different ones if I remember right. There's a couple different options you can get. So I'm gonna set this aside, and then everything else is in here. I like that it does come with this as a storage option, so you actually have something to put your cards in. I think that's just kind of a small touch, but really important if you're new to card games. Inside we have 2 how to play manuals, as well as I think these also double as like little paper playmats. If you don't have a beautiful playmat like one of our custom Red Zone Rogue playmats done by mecha industry artist Pinakis, who's an artist who's done work on like everything from like Bravern to he's working on Valkyrie Bullet currently. He's the mangaka and light novel artist and a TCG artist as well. Yeah, it has a little playmat inside. This is nice for new players, and another how to play on the opposite side, which is also nice for new players. I like that you get 2, so you and a buddy can actually learn to play. And there's definitely more than enough cards here to build a couple variations of 2 different decks. So let's go ahead and take the packs out. We do have a little promo pack that has 1 of 3 different types of cards. I think this is just like an EX base or resource. It might be the base. And then we have some booster packs of GDO5. This is a banger set, so this is a great set to get booster packs from. And then inside we have the actual cards and then a bunch of storage such. So we're gonna go ahead and set this off to the side. I do like how we got the Shining Gundam. I'm a big fan of Mobile Fighter G Gundam, so I like that we got that. Let's set some of this other stuff aside. We'll open up the little promo pack last. We'll open up the booster packs and the promo pack last. Let's actually talk about the seeded stuff, the stuff that is not random. You're guaranteed to get this in every single one of these. So let's go ahead and take off the little tab and take a look at all the cards here. I'm just going to do this by color, and let's see how many we get. Now, I did a whole video talking about what I wanted to see from this set. That I wanted to see full play sets of the LRs. I imagine we're just going to get 2s, but let's see. Yeah, we just got 2. That's fine. That's fine. This is okay. So we get 2 copies of the LR RX-72 Gundam. As you can see, these are all non-foils, which is fine. I think this is great for just having playable cards. And I hope these versions of these cards are affordable for folks who just want to play the Gundam card game. You don't want to have like, you know, chase fancy stuff. You just want to play the game. I think having this kind of cards as an option is great. So at the base level, if you buy 2 of these, you'll have 2 of these cards, which is a full playset of them, which is great. So we have 2 RX-78 Gundams. This is a great card. We have 2 of the Set 1 Unicorn, which is also a pretty good card. We have 4 copies of the Unicorn Gundam, just the Unicorn mode. I was gonna say destroy mode. I'm like, no, this is not destroy mode. We have 4 copies of the Gun Cannon. Both these cards were rares in Set 1, by the way. We have 3 copies of Bandager, which is interesting. Only 3. I was really curious to see the exact numbers we'd get here. So Bandager, obviously, for the Unicorn. We have 3 copies of Gun Tank. This is a staple in the Gundam card game, by the way. We have 2 copies of Show or Resolve, another staple. We have 2 copies of Devour. It's interesting that they chose this one as the base. I think it's a pretty good base, but it's interesting that they chose this one. It's a base that heals. I like using this in my Epion list because it's like nice to just heal the Epion because it excels at killing stuff and drawing cards, and healing is really nice. But yeah, interesting that it chose this one in particular. And then we have only 3 copies of Amuro. Okay, weird choices. I think they went only 3 copies of the pilot so they could squeeze in more cards like Show of Resolve. And I don't hate that. And they needed a decent amount of like units, right? Because the whole point of this is you take 2 of these and then you just kind of like shuffle them together and then you have a deck. But yeah, it is interesting. So if you wanted to have like a fully competitive set of all these cards, you need to get you get like full on 2 of these, which like isn't the worst, right? And then you'll have a couple extra, you know, Amuros and whatnot to use. Okay, so that's the blue. Let's check out the green here. So for green, we get probably 2 copies of the Wing Gundam. We get Death Scythe. Okay, all right, we get 2 copies of the Death Scythe from Set 1. I like this card quite a bit, actually. We get 3 duos. We get some Shenlongs. Okay, we get 4 copies of the rare Shenlong. Ooh, Rickdom. I think this is a great card. We get 4 copies of Rickdom. It's just an uncommon, but it's a 3/3 with Breach for 2. It's actually pretty solid. We get the Underground Desert base. This is pretty good. It's just kind of like a cheap 6 health base. We get some First Contacts. Not really used a lot, but it's kind of a cool little ramp card. We have 3 copies of Hero Yui and only 2 copies of the Grunt Zaku 2. And these cards recently got restricted in the Gundam card game. You can only run 4 level 2 1 costs in your deck, like total, which is an interesting thing. Yeah, I mean, this is cool. I didn't expect to have the Death Scythe here. It's not a valuable card anymore. When the set first came out, this was like a $10 or $13 card. Now it's like a couple bucks at most. So not a ton of like monetary value, but really cool stuff here. And the green, they really themed green around Gundam Wing. I also think it's interesting that we got the Shenlong, but we didn't get Wu Fei. You don't need Wu Fei, but I just think it is kind of funny that you got the Shenlong and no Wu Fei. Let's check out red, my favorite color in the Gundam card game. So we have the Senanju, absolute banger mobile suit. And then, I got the Versago as the other rare. Interesting, as the other LR. Interesting they chose the Versago and not like the Kshatriya. I think it was Merida Cruz. Okay, weird. Okay, so we got the Versago, not the Kshatriya, but we still got Merida. That is kind of weird, man. That is a little weird. And as someone who owns 8 copies of the Kshatriya, which is like a $20 card now, by the way, I would be very happy if they put the Kshatriya in this product and made it more available for everyone out there. Kshatriya is my favorite unit in the game. Merida Cruz is my favorite pilot in the game. And actually, I'm actually kind of vibing with this non-foil version of Merida. I like it. You get 4 copies of Battle of Aces. Okay, that's pretty sweet. And then we have the uncommon Kshatriya. So it does at least... You do have some links with Merida Cruz at least, so you can actually jam in. I do run this in decks where I run Merida Cruz, generally speaking. We have the Girazulu. I like this one. This is the 2/4 on deploy, ping something for 1 damage. Not too bad. We have some only 2 close combats. Close combat is a staple in this game. Running 4 of them is pretty common in a lot of red decks. So getting 2 more of these, buying another copy of this and getting 2 more, it would be very good. And then we have 3 full frontals, and then our base is the Relula, which is a nice little ping base. Okay. All right, weird. There's some weird choices going on here. Like doing the Versago is a little weird. So I'm not gonna say it's like sus or anything that they're trying to like keep the Kshatriya expensive, but they could have put the Kshatriya in this. For purple, we have the Barbados 4th form. This is the starter deck. What is... Ooh, they put the Gujin Rebake. Okay, this is actually a nice reprint to put in here. I'm not sure how much this is worth monetarily speaking, but this is a great card for a Tekkanen deck. So yeah, this is actually really good. This is the... Out of these two, this is the one that's more likely to be run in a competitive deck. We have the Ryuze Go. This is actually a pretty nice one as well. We have the Gundam Hajiraboshi. I've seen this run in a couple decks, but it's not super common. We have Fatal Strike. This is a great card that sees play here and there. We have Hotarubi base. Got 3 copies of this. We have another Hajiraboshi. This is set 3. Get 4 copies of that. And then finally, only 2 Mikazukis, and you get Wistario Afam. Okay, interesting. Interesting on the only 2 Mikazukis. Mikazuki, by the way, is one of the best pilots in the game, along with Amuro Ray. So, once again, you likely want 2 full play set of these, so two copies of this product. And then finally, for the colors, we have white. So white, we have Ailstrike Gundam. This is a great starter deck card. It's one of the more valuable ones, alongside the RX-72 Gundam. So getting 2 copies of this is very good. So this is great. You'll run this in a lot of decks. Ooh, Freedom Gundam. This was a big chase card for set 1. A lot of people really love the Freedom Gundam. It doesn't see a lot of play right now, but this is a cool card to have, especially if you're like a brand new player. We have Strike Rouge. We have Kigali. This is a nice little card. Not a lot of people run this card, but it's still kind of cool to have. We have... Ooh, you get a full playset of Overflowing Affection. Okay, I'm a big fan of this. I wasn't a big fan of the 2 of Close Combats, but the 4 of Overflowing Affection is great. This is one of the best cards in the game, and it's a staple in every white deck. So this is great to have here. We get Lifrith, another big staple. It's just a common, but you run this in almost every white deck. It's a nice blocker. You get 2 Unforeseen Incident, another very, very good card that still sees a lot of play. Archangel is pretty solid base. And then we get 3 Kiryamatos, which is another fantastic pilot. Okay, you do get a good amount of like competitive staples here, right? There's some weird choices, but overall, I think the choices are very good. Like getting the Amuro and the RX-72, Show of Resolve, Gun Tank. Some decks still run Banager and the whole like Unicorn package. This is like a whole like thing. Then for green, we have the Wing Gundam. I like running the Death Scythe. A lot of other people don't run it a lot these days, but getting the Wing is really, really solid. Hiro Yui is also very good for that. The Underground Desert Base does see play. Rick Dom sees play. Shenlong a little bit here and there. My boy Duo, not as much, but I do like him. For red, Sonanju sees play. Unfortunately, Versago does not. Marita is my favorite pilot in the game, and I put it in so many red decks. It's such a good card. Battle of Aces also sees a lot of play. Kshatriya sees play in Cyber New type decks that also run Marita Cruz. Gear Zulu I like, doesn't see a lot of play, but I do like this one. Close Combat is a staple. Full Frontal sees play. Relula sees some fringe play as well. So like I said, like just a ton of playable cards. Gujin Rebake sees play. Ryuze Go sees a little bit of play. Fatal Strike. And then Mikazuki for purple. Purple feels a hit and miss. And then white seems really strong. You get the Ailstrike, which still sees a lot of play. Freedom doesn't really see played now, but I could see this maybe popping up every now and then, just because it has a nice Kira Yamato link. Strike Rouge is pretty solid, but yeah, Overflowing Affection is a staple of this game. If you're getting into the Gundam card game, you need a playset of these. Same with Lifrith is a staple. Unforeseen Incident is fantastic. Archangel is fantastic, and so is Kira Yamato. So overall, this is actually a really solid smattering of cards. If you got 2 of these, you could build some very, very strong decks. And I think the idea here is you just pick 2 piles and you just shuffle them together, because each of these piles is 25 cards. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So yeah, 25 cards. So you just pick 2, shuffle them together, and you can have like a nice little experience playing the Gundam card game with a friend. But if you want to play like more competitive and do like constructed decks, you should get 2 of these for sure. For here, we have, this is a weird choice, okay? This is a weird choice. So, we only get 1 copy of EX Base, EX Resource, and only enough for 1 deck of resources. But they gave us 2 playmats and 2 how to play things. I mean, obviously you can use the playmat and then use the reference on the other side, but it felt like they wanted you to be able to play with 2 players with this, and you literally can't with this. There's not enough like resources. These aren't expensive or anything. Like, these are easy to get, but it's weird that they don't have it in the product. So this just reinforces that you should just get 2 of these, I guess, if you want to play with a friend. And you can make some really strong decks just getting 2 of these. You can make like a banger, like maybe like red-green, and then, or maybe even like a, yeah, I'd probably say red-green, and then like a purple-white, or like a red-blue and green-white. And you can make some pretty sweet decks if you got like 2 of these. But it is very weird that you don't get enough resources to build like 2 decks. Yeah, that's bizarre. Because like if you had enough resources, yeah, you and a friend could be like, what to do? Like we're gonna play some decks. So that does get a little knocked down for me. So overall, we're gonna open this stuff up. But overall, I think this is a great product, especially if you can get it at MSRP. Should you buy this product for like $80? No, I don't think you should. I don't think you should. Should you buy this closer to like the MSRP price? Yeah, I think it's a great product at MSRP, and maybe a little bit above MSRP. Hopefully they just keep printing this. I hope this is a product they just print to oblivion, and they just keep printing it and sending it to stores, so everyone can get this at MSRP. That is my hope. I think it's pretty good. There's a couple weird things about it. Once again, the Versago is a weird choice for the LR. They put Marita Cruz. Why didn't they put the Kshatriya here? It felt like they were willing to put like some at least previously valuable cards. I mean, once again, not valuable anymore, but it was. So yeah, just kind of like some weird choices, but overall pretty good. Overall very good. If I had to give this like a letter grade, I'd give like maybe like a B, like a solid B. But I would not pay scalper prices for this. It is good and will give you a good foundation to play the Gundam card game, but I feel like you can maybe pick up all the stuff as singles, especially these versions, for a lot less. So that is that. Let's go ahead and check out the rest of the product. So we'll open up the little promo. So it's only 1 of 3 cards, so it's not like a super rare thing. Oh, we got the new Gundam. Very nice. So this is the it's an EX base. Very, very pretty. It's not textured. It's just a foil EX base. These are exclusive to this product. And I hope that if people are like chasing these cards, I hope at very least that they're selling the playables on the secondary market for a very reasonable and affordable cost. At least to help new players get into the game, which is the whole point of this product. I kind of wish I picked up a couple more of these just to give away. This is the only copy that I have, and once again, big shout out to Fantastic Realms for sending this to me for review. But if I had more copies of these, I would literally just give them away, because I don't need these cards. I have the original cards. These could go to some other folks. So maybe we'll line up something with these in a future video. We'll see. I've already done a bunch of Gundam card game giveaways when the game first came out. Maybe we'll do some more. But I hope folks out there who want to get into the game can get this product. I think it's good, even if it has a couple hiccups. Now let's open up some of the packs, and we'll just kind of like cap off the video. I want to do the packs last because whatever we open up in the packs has no bearing on my review, because since packs are like random. I think we got something really good in the first pack though. That looked like an alternate art there. I know I'm going through this pretty quickly. I apologize. I was talking. Maybe we did get a Chibbity Crockett though. Look at that. Chibbity Crockett from G-Fighter. Not with Scattershot. Uncommon. We have a Quest Pariah uncommon. I like Quest, sort of. We have the Shining Finger. Very nice. We have the RGZ Boas, BWS. We have, Char Aznable, my boy, favorite character in all of Gundam. Char. And then here, it's an R+. It's an R+. Ooh, okay, we have the R+ alternate art Destiny Gundam. Very, very cool artwork. These are basically 2 per booster box for the alternate arts. So it's like 1 in 12 packs, essentially. So we'll see. We'll see if we can get some other stuff. There's some very cool stuff to be had in this set. So we have Presidential Office, Gyaradoga. This is just Leo. We have At the Risk of One's Life. Hello, Helen. Hello, how's it going? We have Chad Chaddington. We have Gavain's Bjornon. We have Andrew Waldfield. Rock Kalem. Gune's Jagadoga. Ashamar. Wings of Light. And then Hero Yui. Nice. What is cool is you can also supplement whatever you open up here into these decks. And there's some kind of cool stuff. I think we got another... Oh my god, dude. I think we got something crazy. I think we actually got something crazy. Hold on. I could tell by the border. We got Owl Nader. We have Quiet Zero, Bolt Gundam, the M1 Astray Shrike, Gundam Rose, Incendiary Spark Uncommon, Kairasu Uncommon, Sting Oakley, Ultron Gundam Endless Waltz version. Alright, we have the Gundam H2, Double Bullet. Oh my god, we did get an SP. We got an SP! Pardon me. I'm dying here. I think I know which one this is, just judging by this art. I think this is the Witch from Mercury, Miorine. Oh my god. Oh my god, dude. Alright, well, we got one of the SP EX resources from Freedom Ascension. I apologize for the coughing and kind of losing it there. This is an extremely valuable card and one of the chases. That is crazy. That is actually crazy. All right, well, like I said, this is why I wanted to review the product before opening the packs, because the packs have no bearing. They're random. You could get not a lot of... Here's a Death Scythe, one of my favorite Gundams of all time. Not a good card. The packs are completely random, so we can get not good packs or we can get banger packs. It just depends on if you're lucky or not. Turns out today, we are very lucky. Quests, not very lucky. We have New Gundam, one of my favorites, and then ooh, dude, these packs were sick. We have an LR Master Asia. All right, man. These packs were cracked. What the heck? We got an LR, very good LR. We got an alternate art, and we got a freaking SP, and not just that, one of the best ones. We got the Miorine. Not the Rain. I would have loved to get the Rain for some reasons. Very pretty. But Miorine also very, very good. Okay, well, that was insane. That was actually crazy. I didn't expect to get that. I just expected to get a bunch of rares. So once again, would I recommend this product? At MSRP, absolutely 100% yes. If you can find this at MSRP and you want to play the Gundam card game, pick it up. If you can find this at maybe even like a little bit over MSRP, I still think it's very much worth it. Is it worth it at double MSRP? I don't think so. And I don't want to support scalping and just jacking up of prices. So take that for what you will. I do think it's a good product though. Just as a product, I think it's good. I think it could be better. I think they stumbled a little bit on some of the card choices, but overall I think it's good. And if you can pick up 2 of them at a reasonable price, this would be a great way to get into the Gundam card game. You could build some very good decks with 2 of these. Once again, there's some cards in here that are just kind of like competitive staples, and just getting 2 of these will let you build some pretty nice decks that you just need to get a couple other cards to make it up to an actual like fully competitive deck. So thank you all so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I really appreciate any of the support on the Gundam card game content. Let me know what you think about the deck build box in the comment section down below. Have you picked any up? Have you found any at good prices? I've seen pretty wildly varying prices, up to like 80 bucks on this thing. So very curious to know if you're able to find any at a good price. Thank you all so much for watching once again, and we'll see you next time for some more Gundam card game content. Later, everyone.